So this is actually take two. For some reason, my camera turned off. I don't know why that happened, but anyway. So this is my latest completed project. Cornhole board set. I got two sets. They're the same with the AT logo and the white blaze on it. And this is not a 100% competition grade board. This plywood is construction grade plywood. It's a piece I had a 4x8 sheet kicking around, so I figured I'd make a couple of boards with that and use that. It's not the I guess it's not the recommended plywood to use. It can be rough. I've done a lot of work on the surface, so it's a smooth surface. My wife and I have played on one. The bags will certainly slide on it. So that's a 3/4 inch ply. It's a nice thick piece of plywood, construction grade, but it's pretty solid with 1x4 pine. This is nice pine boards. For the frame, I have a center support there on the board. You can see that. So that adds a little bit more stability, so the bags don't have a tendency to bounce when they hit. And then these are the, if I can do this one-handed, these are the legs that fold in so that you can store your board when you're not using it. So this is one that's set up. It sits here. The top is like 4 inches or so off the surface. The back has to be precisely 1 foot or 12 inches from the ground, and that is. The hole here is a little larger than a regulation size. It's probably a 6 1/8 or 6 3/16. It's supposed to be 6 inches, but the hole saw that I used, I would not recommend using a hole saw cutting this stuff because it is dangerous. I ended up bringing that hole saw back, and I got my money back because I told the woman there when I returned it that she may have a liability suit on her hands if I tried it again and broke my arm or something. No, I'm just kidding. But I returned it, got my money back, and I'm going to use a different method. I'm going to get a template and use a router, route the hole. It's going to be a whole lot easier, a lot cleaner, and you won't have this pronounced rounded edge on it. I had to do that because that hole cutter left such a jagged edge on there. And you can see it's a little rough here, but hey, they work, they're functional. Kathy and I have used the board upstairs. I set one up in the living room, and we've been practicing our throws up there. So this is a completed project. I got 2 sets done. I'm gonna try to sell one set maybe to the Human Nature Hostel or someplace further up north in Maine or something. Or if anybody knows somebody who wants a set of cornhole boards without the bags, I'm thinking maybe $75 plus shipping and handling, and you can have yourself some boards with the AT logo on it, made by Stover. Boy, that ought to be a collector's item, right? All right, I'm going to bring you to some other project that I'm working on. All right, I told you that I was going to be making 7 more cribbage boards, and here are the pieces. These are the bases. If you recall, this will be routed out, this square here, and this square here will be routed out for the pegs. So I've got some cherry, some walnut, some unknown species. I'm gonna have to look that up. I forget what this is, but it's a very unique looking kind of wood, and it'll look beautiful when it's finished. Then this is some more cherry. That is poplar, I believe. It's kind of a soft. This is elm. Yeah, elm. And then another piece of walnut. So these are all going to be bases for the cribbage boards. Then you have these pieces here. I've already laminated my template on the boards. So I just used this 3M Super 77 multi-purpose adhesive. This works really good for this purpose. You spray a little bit on the board, you put your template right in place, and I there's a crease right here. I fold these pieces in half. I mark the center of the board, top and bottom, and with this piece of paper folded in half, I set the crease right on the corner and then open up and press it down, and it stays. To take it off, a little bit of mineral spirits, just wet that paper with mineral spirits, and in no time at all it comes right off. So these are all the tops here. Again, these are the Cornhole Alvas. I showed you that a couple of videos ago. Another piece. These are that, and then I have some, I think this is, yeah, oh, that's maple. Piece of maple, oak, another piece of oak, yeah, and then two more of the Cornhole Alvas. So these, again, these will be on your boards like that. You take the paper off when this is done, and there's your top and your, oops, okay, start over again. Here's your top, your bottom. When it's done, paper comes off, and you have your cribbage set. Be cool. And then, whoops, didn't want to take that off. So this, I don't know if that's going to look good. That's the Cornhole Alvas on top of walnut. I don't know if those colors go very good together. So I might have to use the walnut. I have two pieces of walnut there. I might use that for the oak. Oak on walnut, I think looks pretty good. You got the, once you've got it finished with a coat of whatever, I think that'll look pretty good. You have the dark grain here. That might look okay. I don't know how this is going to look. That's quite a contrasting color. We'll see. We'll see. I may end up making more pieces later on just to make the colors match better. But that's where we are. So we've got these laminated, got the templates on there, and I'll be spending a lot of time right here drilling 1/8-inch holes. That takes, I would think it takes maybe an hour, hour and a half to do one board. But obviously I set up a fence, I ride the fence, and I do all of these holes, all right? And then because this is symmetrical, I just turn the board around and I do all these holes, and then I move the fence in and I do these and then these, move it in, do these and then these, so on and so forth. And I'll do all 7 boards, one edge at a time, flip them, do the other edge. Then I'll adjust the fence and do 7 more boards, do all the holes on each of the boards, flip them, do the other side. So I adjust my fence a minimal amount of times. And I'm not too concerned about whether or not the holes are exact, because I'll take the better of the laminated pieces to make sure that these holes and these holes are as almost exactly the same distance from the edge of the board. You know, there might be, some of these might be off by a 32nd, but I'll take the more precise board, set my fence up, and they're all the same, all the boards are the same size. So when I drill my holes, I just look at this crosshair here, and I know that this, the vertical crosshair is going to be the same on all the boards. So I just have to make sure that the tip of my drill bit hits this horizontal crosshair, and we're good to go. So anyway, here we have it. 7 more cribbage boards coming up. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. Next step could be I might grab the router and route all these, do all these boards, and then or switch off, do some drilling and do some routing, whatever. And then we've got to round these edges on the top just like this. Make them look like the completed boards that you've seen before. All right, well, that's where we stand. I am getting excited about doing some more progress down here in the shop, having fun. I'm gonna have to take some time off soon. Not a lot of time, I hope. And I got a medical procedure coming up. Got to take care of that. They're gonna see if I have a brain. Hopefully, it comes back positive. But in any event, hope you enjoy the video. Thanks for watching, and comment, subscribe, share the channel, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.